if you behave the way that she and I are suggesting, it's going to be very alienating to a lot of people that are in your life. I said, why are you working so hard? Why are you spending all your time on this? You need more balance. What's really important is family. You know what's really important is winning.
What's up, guys? Claudia Gadelha here, former UFC fighter. I made my first $1 million at the age of 25 and being smart with my money. After fighting, I've been making money from stocks, real estate, and being an entrepreneur. Derek has been helping me along the way. He didn't have an easy childhood. He grew up here in Chicago.
I didn't grow up with everything handed to me either. Both of us had to go earn the things that we wanted in life. And the other thing is, some people, they really like their excuses. And they would use the excuses that I'd have or the excuses that she have, and they would just stay down there with the mediocres, with the people not too inspired to live the best possible life. But I want to live the best life that I could live, and Claudia did too. And for those of you that are serious about having the best in life instead of the mediocre, you can follow the path I did. Maybe. I spent 9 years in universities. I worked since I was 7. I don't think you're going to catch up in 35 years of hard work and 9 years of university to get from where I was to where I am. Or you could join us on a webinar. We could share a lot of things that I learned from my life experiences and my academic education, and real life, most importantly, the things that made me tens of millions of dollars. I made over $10 million in the stock market, made over $10 million in real estate, made tens of millions of dollars in entrepreneurship as well. And Claudia is learning to do the same. She's already a multimillionaire, but we're not done. We're just keep going and do a little bit better every day.
Like you said, I asked Derek to come here and help you to do better, to get out of the life you are right now and be at the top like we are. So we're going to be together at July 9th at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time to help you to have a better life.
If you're doing well already, but you could do even better, I'm excited to meet you. I'm excited to talk with Claudia to see how we can help you achieve and exceed your current goals. I'll see you on July 9th, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. Excited to help you achieve and exceed those goals.
Click that link.
Click it now.
It don't hurt my feelings for you guys to see me struggling. You should see me struggling. We go to the gym and she and I do hard workouts. Like, we're both sick. We feel awful. Some of the workouts we do, I feel sick for 20, 25 minutes in the middle of it. I got my second wind later on, but I just feel, I feel like I'm going to puke. I feel dizzy. You're on leg day, you're like stumbling around. Even after the first machine we were doing, we did like five extensions, like leg extension, leg extension, leg extension. After I got off the first machine, my legs are like, I'm like, damn. Get to the next one, and you're wobbly in a little bit when you get off the machine. And anybody that laughs at that, I go try to do what I did, see how you feel. But it doesn't hurt my feelings to do that. Like, that's what it's supposed to be tough. It's supposed to hurt. It's supposed to be physically challenging. It's supposed to be very psychologically challenging. And if you do that consistently, you have a lot of growth. And if you don't do that, you're going to be a weak your whole life. So it don't hurt my feelings for you guys to see me sweating or struggling or I want to do 12 reps and I can only get 9 good ones. You see me get off the machines and I say, well, those first 9 were great. The last couple were kind of weak. Wasn't really proud of that last one. That wasn't 12, that was 11 and a half. I'd make comments like that in the middle of some of them. The most important person I don't lie to is myself. Did I really have 12 good reps? Or no, some of those yesterday, those chest flies, we lifted a lot of weight. I don't remember what I had on there, 170 pounds, where some of the guys training with me are lifting like 60 pounds. And I'm lifting something, I think 170. And you're on your fourth set, your form's breaking down, and I feel my shoulders are caving in, going concave. My back is out of alignment. It's okay to do those couple extra reps. I'm still working that muscle group. I'm just adding new muscles. So the first 9 were great reps. The last couple, the form's breaking down. It's better for me to say that and be honest with myself than to be like, oh, I hope they didn't notice. So I hope you did notice. I hope you're all smart enough that you do notice those little details, And leg day, you did. I was really impressed for your body weight. You were doing very well on leg day. No, you did really great. And you had a lot of energy. You worked out hard. It was stressful. It was painful. I imagine something's tender on your body somewhere this week.
Definitely quads.
You did a great job. Let me get those 9 people that we did all the same workouts for those days. What else do you guys notice about what I'm doing, good or bad?
I'd say that you didn't save anything for the next workout. You were doing everything you could for that workout, and the next workout you did everything you could for that workout, and so on and so forth.
There's no waiting around. Once the workout was done, I was like, let's go to the next thing. Let's go to the next thing.
That was a lot of. I'm not contradicting what you're saying. Given the context, then I try to keep that pace. If she and I go, it's like we're doing 4-minute sets, 4.5 minutes, like one set, like 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes, or you're doing to like 6 different stations with no break, and you're out of cardio and you're panting and you still got to lift the heavy thing. And then sometimes, the one guy that we work out with is like, then he'll want to do these things for like static strength where, you're on your 3.5 minutes into a set. And he's like, all right, now, pull the weight back. Now hold it for 10 seconds. 1 more rep. Now hold it for 9 seconds. 1 more rep. Now hold it for 8 seconds. That was actually really good for jiu-jitsu for me, for grappling. Like after I started doing that, I started that in January. When I get a hold of the guys now, it's like, they're like,
Yeah, isometric.
they're like
strength.
stressed out about
Yeah.
it. Like, like psychologically, like what's going on with your grip. And I think about those. So while I'm doing those, and I hate it at the time, but I think about that like, well, my grappling partners aren't going to they're going to hate this more than me. They're going to hate this more than me. They're going to have a tough time with this.
Yeah.
So I literally think that in my head, and then I smile a little bit inside, and I find the energy to keep doing it,
And the first time I worked out with you guys on Friday, I went to train with this world champions on Saturday, and they were like, "What the heck?" I was just like able to hold people more. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's that isometric strength for
What was it?
jiu-jitsu.
What was it like doing, like the first time we did leg day together?
I almost puked. I walked to the trash can, but I was like, I took a couple breathers and I didn't puke, but it was like 1 split second from puking. I laid on the floor. Oh my God, I'm dying.
I got the best coaches in the world to help me with numerous things. And wouldn't it be stupid to not find those little details that maybe literally nobody else in the world knows? Maybe there's a few people in the world or one person in the world that, there's some little tidbit in their head. Maybe they're not even thinking about it as some profound piece of information. But if they see you making the effort, and you could stir their brain up a little bit and be like, well, what else could this guy do? Oh yeah, that one thing from 18 years ago, that one thing from that one training session I did 18 years ago with that bodybuilder that's dead now. Maybe do that, So there's those little gems of wisdom that, I'm not trying to say it in a dramatic or hyperbolic way, but there's those little gems of wisdom that are in some of these people's heads, that are in her head and some of the fighters and some of the bodybuilder guys. That it's not even going to come back to the surface again unless they're really trying, or they're really thinking of like, well, all the normal things, all the key things are here. What are the real detail things that we could do even better? Those things make a big difference, on a higher level. You don't do that for years. If you spend, a few years engaging in best practices versus mediocre practices, the same few years went by, but the results are tremendously different. Tremendously different. Any final thoughts of what you guys observed from me working out?
You would autocorrect, and if you did something that wasn't proper form, you'd be thinking in your head, why am I doing this? And you recognize that fact, but you also recognize you were still activating those same muscles, and it was important for you to stretch because that was that little extra push that was going to make you stronger. Even if the form wasn't right, it was necessary to go through in order to get that result.
You have to find, coaches or teachers or mentors that you respect, people that are doing significantly better, and you'd be extraordinarily foolish to not, you got to go put in the work. They can't respect you if you don't go put in the work. They're not going to take the time to really dig deep and think about, well, what else can we do for this person? So you got to go put in the work, but if you do that, then you earned the right to ask those extra little questions, yeah?
100%, yes. And there's also things in there that we just don't share with anyone, There's like secrets in there that like Horse yesterday, like the details of the things he was showing, like this is Gracie deep secret, and he was sharing. Like there's things I know that I don't want to share with everybody. I want to share with people that I know they are willing to put in the work and grow, you know. And I see Derek does that. He wants more. He wants the details. He want to grow more. So then I'll give it to him, but not give to someone else that's not willing to use that in a good way and teach to other people that have that same mindset too.
A big point, and somewhere take a note of this on paper in your head, but each of you are going to run into this if you live your life this way, is if you behave the way that she and I are suggesting, it's going to be very alienating to a lot of people that are in your life. And they're going to, quite literally, your closest friends and family are going to try to sabotage those behaviors. They say, why are you working so hard? Why are you spending all your time on this? You need more balance. You need more free time. What's really important is family. You know what's really important is winning. You know what's really important is setting your own goals and thinking through, if you already had more money than you could ever spend in your life, anything else you might want, then how would you feel day to day? How would you like to spend your time? So if you had all the freedom in the world, how would you like to spend your time? And then go back to your current circumstances and be like, all right, how do we close the gap to get from here to there? I never tell any of you how to spend your life. I just tell you, get more freedom. Be smarter, be stronger, be a better friend so you can have better friends. Don't get distracted with bullshit. I never tell any of you how to spend your life specifically. Like, I just want you to have enough freedom that you could do whatever the you want to, and it's not really a problem.